While others are still lost in the rhythm of machetes and rabbit knives, Lao Hu has already built a sturdy thorn-covered hut, strong enough to resist the cold and keep wild beasts at bay. Not only does he have a safe haven, but he has also mastered the art of wilderness cooking, indulging in a series of beggar-style delicacies and even achieving blueberry freedom in the wild. Even if a wild boar came crashing through at midnight, he could still sleep soundly until dawn. When we meet Lao Hu again, he is still on his journey, determined to construct as many shelters as possible before winter's arrival. Without wasting time, he starts digging the foundation. Fortunately, the soil here is loose, making the job much easier. In no time, he carves out the base's outline, signaling the start of another impressive build. Crafting a warm and secure shelter. As late autumn nights bring a harsh chill, a fireplace is essential for warmth. With a few swift movements, Lao Hu digs a fire pit into the wall and marks the direction of the chimney. He carefully excavates upward, inserting a log to guide the chimney's passage until it connects with the fireplace inside. Next, he gathers logs to reinforce the structure. Stability is key, so he firmly secures a load-bearing post in the corner, then lays horizontal beams to form the shelter's framework. Tying the beams together with rope, he ensures a solid structure. Small flexible branches are then inserted into pre-drilled holes to create roof beams, though this step requires precision, too much force, and they could snap. With the framework complete, it's time for the roof. Logs of uniform length are laid in place and secured tightly with hemp rope. Once the loose ends are removed, the basic shape of the roof takes form. To further insulate the shelter, Lao Hu constructs a sidewall with wooden sticks, preventing soil erosion and blocking cold drafts. On his bed frame, he lays 2 long logs and fills the space with soft, dry grass for added warmth and comfort. This will be his sleeping area, reinforcing the shelter against the elements. After a short rest, Lao Hu shifts his focus to the entrance. He constructs an arched doorway and slots wooden sticks between the frame and beams. Once complete, the structure eerily resembles a tomb. To further insulate the shelter, he mixes hay and soil into a strong clay, using it to fill gaps in the chimney and smooth out the walls. As night falls and the fireplace crackles, warmth fills the hut, allowing him to drift into sleep. However, due to the draftiness, he spends the night in a half-asleep state. Determined to improve his shelter, he wakes up early the next morning and collects large amounts of hay. Mixing it with more clay, he coats the entire hut, sealing out the cold and preserving internal heat. To deter predators, he strategically places thorny branches around the structure, creating a natural defense system. Finally, he constructs a sturdy wooden door, securing it tightly in place. Though his hut now resembles a tomb more than ever, it is fully functional and well fortified. The taste of wilderness cooking. With his shelter complete, Lao Hu lights a bonfire and sets up simple cooking racks. He boils a pot of water and, while waiting, ventures into the nearby wilderness to gather fresh wild fruits. Thanks to the land's abundance, even in the wild, he enjoys the luxury of picking blueberries freely. After a long day, it's time for a well-earned meal. He carefully slices a piece of succulent pork, places it in a glass jar, and layers it with potatoes, carrots, and onions. To allow proper ventilation, he pokes small holes in the jar's lid before wrapping it in foil and sealing it with a thick coat of mud. Placing it into the fire, he lets it cook slowly. With no scenic view to admire, he relaxes with a cup of wild fruit tea, allowing the warmth to soothe his exhaustion. As the fire burns down, dinner is finally ready, a nutritious and flavorful feast of tender meat and hearty vegetables. Fully satisfied, Lao Hu hangs a small lantern at the entrance, then crawls into his sleeping bag, sinking into a well-deserved rest.